workday, and that's at schmidtresources.com. You can pick Michigan, Ohio, or Florida, depending on where you sit. And you want to come down to where it says Moxi Works. Click there. Here's where you can find our Moxi Mondays playlist. This is where you can get to the support tab. There's some great recorded videos there as well. But the number one thing you want to do is to log in is go to my.schmidtresources.com. Let me mute everybody real quick. Okay. There we go. That's better. So we want to launch into my.schmidtresources.com, and I do have that open already. So when you launch into Moxi, this is where you're going to show up. This is your landing page, which is also my account. So if you click in the upper right corner, you can get to my account there. I am logged in as an agent because I wanted you to see what you'll see as an agent and not what we see here on the corporate level. So over to the left, you want to click on where it says Agent Tools. And from here, you want to go into Listings. From here, you have a couple other options, but of course, if you're wanting to update a listing to show live on the website, you want to click Active and Pending. Again, this should be on an IDX feed from your MLS. So if you launch into this portal here, and again, that's Agent Tools and Listings, and then we went to Active and Pending. If you have a listing on here that's missing, that's not showing up, please reach out and let me know, or let the help desk know at support@moxiworks.com, and hopefully we can get that updated for you. But all of your residential and vacant land listings should be showing up here. Commercial properties will not show up here. So if you're missing a commercial property, no need to reach out. We have other tools like CBC Worldwide, CBC Blueprint, Build Out, the new Bravadas. That's the information that we have for commercial properties. But anything residential and vacant land should show up here. So from here, you have a few options as well. If you click the three little dots, you'll see that you can launch a listing announcement. You can promote your listing. You can go to the listing to see what it looks like online. You can quickly launch a flyer that you can use to print, or you can share it across multiple social media platforms. So that, again, that's launched from the three little lines. In order to edit, say that the virtual tour didn't come over, or you have some weird information coming over in the comments, because sometimes special characters will come over just a little crazy, you just want to click on the pencil. So clicking the pencil there launches you into the edit listing functionality. Now, because it is an IDX feed, you can't change everything about the listing, but it will show you the things that you can update. So again, it launches you into edit listing details. And here you have property info, listing info, and amenities info. And you can see on property info is what you're able to update. You can update the heading just by clicking there. You can highlight it, delete, edit. You can go into your comments here. Again, it works just like it would a normal text editor, so you can make changes as there. This is where you can copy and paste the virtual tour. Now, we are trying to work with Moxi to make sure that these all come over in the feed from the MLS. But we have noticed that they're not all coming over yet. So if you have one missing, this is where you can add it to expedite it showing up, but please let us know as well so that we can get that updated in the feed. And then of course, all of this information comes over from the MLS. Once you've made the changes that you want to make, you can just click save right there, and it's going to save your changes for you. Again, the same, and launched you back to this window. Let me go back into that listing. Again, I'm going to click the pencil. Those three little dots that we saw on the front screen are here as well, and there's a few options here as well. So you can go to the listing again. You can see the changes that you made. You can launch the flyer right from there, or you can go into listing location. When you click on listing location, it's going to drop the pin where you want it to go. You can move this, and then you click adjust. So if it's not mapped correctly, you can change that pin wherever it should go. Click adjust in the upper right corner, and that's going to adjust the mapping on your property. So again, let me go back a screen. We are in the listing by clicking on the pencil. And then we went into the three little dots here. And again, that's listing location. If you want to change the photos because maybe they came across low res, or maybe they have the watermark from the MLS, you click on photo gallery right here.
Hey, Carrie.
You can upload multiple photos, you can embed videos and virtual tours, or you can upload multiple PDFs as well. So if you go into upload multiple photos, it's going to launch in and let you upload those photos from your computer.
Hey,
If you want
Carrie.
to change the photos that are already loaded, go ahead, JD.
There was a question that came in about some of the stuff you're doing right now. So Sue asked in regards to the map adjustment, will the MLS override that? But I would also broaden that question to say, with any of the new photos or videos you're adding through that section, will the MLS ever override any of the changes you make within Moxie?
They are not supposed to. So
Okay.
I can double check with the help desk, but we have asked that question and they assured us any changes that you're making in the platform here, it will not override. Kind of back in the online office days, if you made changes in online office to your listings, the MLS never overrode those.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great question. And I will get confirmation on that. But it should not override it. Let me see, there are some more questions. Let me open up the chat.
Yep, I'm on. I got the chat monitored for you.
Okay. The question, does it change the MLS? No, Moxi does not backfill the MLS. So if you make changes here, it's only a one-way street. It goes from the MLS to Moxi. It will not go from Moxi to the MLS. Great question there. Okay, so we are going to go back. We were in the photo gallery adjusting our photos. So we're going to go back to the listing. Go back one more screen. Sorry, let me go back. So again, if you're just joining us, we are talking about updating listings online. And you want to be in your My Account, and then to the lower left, Agent Tools, Listings, and then Active and Pending. If you want to launch right into the photos, you can create your gallery here by clicking on the little photo reel. And then that will let you upload photos as well from here. So you don't have to actually go into the edit of the listing in order to do that.
Hey, Carrie. One question is from Ginny. Why would you want to update it here in Moxie? Like new photos or whatever, as opposed to updating or adding photos in the MLS. If you do that in the MLS, will that still feed to Moxie?
So the MLS, a lot of times they will package the photos at a lower resolution, or they will watermark them. So that's why you would want to upload them into Moxi, so that when they show on CB Great Lakes, CB Schmidt, Ohio, or CB Florida Homes, they don't have that watermark on them and they're higher res. That's also important if you are doing things in Moxi, as far as the flyers, or if you're using this to promote your listing. That's why you would want to put the photos into Moxi, because a lot of MLSs watermark their photos or resize them. So for example, if we go over here to Bunker Hill and launch into, sorry, let me go back one.
Battle of Bunker Hill.
And we want to go into the photo gallery, trying to get this to launch so you can see it. It's not cooperating with me. So let me go back to where I can show you online.
And while you're navigating here, another question is, Moxi, as obviously our Schmidt site, CB Great Lakes, Schmidt, Ohio, CB Florida Homes, if you added new photos here, would this update any other site, or would this be exclusive to the Schmidt website?
So the photos that you load in Moxi, and that's a great question, do feed List Hub, which does feed out to all of those websites that List Hub feeds. So those will be updated if you update them in Moxi. They will update the List Hub feed, which goes out to all, however many number, 900 websites those are. So for example, this is back in this listing on Bunker Hill. This is the watermark. This is specific to the Northern Great Lakes MLS. This watermarks it. So that's one of the reasons why you would want to upload those photos. And then again, they will feed over into Moxi. Into List Hub, which will feed the other listings. So that's really just that simple. Again, you just want to go into Agent Tools, Listings, Active and Pending. And let me know if there's any other questions, JD. I'd appreciate it.
No, nothing yet.
Okay. And then from here, you can see if you click on the listing, it will go into edit. You can do things like the listing announcement. You can promote your listing. You can get into the photo gallery. You can edit listing from there.
Carrie Frisbee is asking, can Moxi fix the photo upload so it's easier to move them around? And Carrie, I don't know, I mean, can you show the moving them around aspect of it? Because I think it with most things like this, it truly is a case of like just relearning a new platform, because online office is a lot different than Moxi. But Moxi is better.
I'm not having any luck getting my photo gallery to actually show up. So give me 1 second here and let me
Sure.
launch into a new one.
And while you're doing that, I answered the question in the chat, but just remember, guys, that all of these trainings get uploaded to schmidtvideoclassroom.com. It's our training YouTube channel. And when you go specifically to schmidtvideoclassroom.com, there is a playlist right across the front that says Moxi Mondays, and you can click on that playlist and see not only the most recent one, but all of the past Moxi Mondays that we've done. So those are all available to you whenever you want. I'll upload this one probably within an hour after we finish up here.
Great, thanks, JD. And Carrie, to your question, we can always connect offline if you have a specific question, but I'm trying to get in here to show you.
And then let's see. Are the Sheila's asking, are the associated documents in MLS uploaded to Moxi PDFs?
They are not. You would have to load them in Moxi. Those are not part of the feed, and that's mostly an MLS rule.
Yeah, that is one of the biggest pains with these, is working with MLSs individually, because they all have different rules on what they feed and stuff. So yeah, that's a great question, Sheila. And then Joe Walsh is asking, if you are promoting your listing through Listings to Leads, do you also promote here? Carrie, I don't know if you mind if I take that one.
Go ahead.
But the answer, Joe, is not particularly. The Listings to Leads and Moxi really do different things, so I don't think it's necessarily either or. Listings to Leads, kind of like you said, is a promotion tool. They create videos for your listings, or slideshow videos. They create landing pages, and so you can use those on social media and advertise. When we're talking about Moxi, this is a listing website where people can go and view all of our listings. And it is important, obviously, to have the high-res photos, to have everything loaded, but you do not use it to quote-unquote promote in the same way that you would, Listings to Leads or maybe a social media campaign. But because, like Carrie said, this feeds List Hub, which feeds all of those other websites where people do go and search for listings, it is imperative that the information here is what you want it to be. So you don't promote them in the same way, but you do still want to make sure the information is correct.
Correct. Thank you, JD. Yeah. It's not loading my photo galleries for me today. I'm not quite certain why. Probably because it's Murphy's Law and I'm trying to do a training. But Carrie, if you have a specific question on that, feel free to reach out to me after and we'll get you an answer.
Michelle is asking, the MLS prevents us, and I think this is not even just in Ohio, this is across all regions, but the MLS prevents us from branding our listings, but would we be able to update branded photos in Moxi and have it feed to third-party sites with personal branding without violating any rules? ?
Correct. Yeah, so that is an MLS rule. By the time it gets to Moxi, this is our proprietary site, which branding is allowed. So yes, you would be able to do that. For that instance, if you go to edit listing and you want to put in a branded virtual tour and the MLS virtual tour did come over, you'd simply delete the one that comes over and you can add your branded video here. And again, once you make changes, don't forget to hit save.
Ginny is asking, can we use the Listings to Leads slideshow video for the YouTube video open houses? Of course you can. Yeah. Yep. You can take that link.
Go to Listings to Leads and get that URL and paste it right into here. Absolutely.
Susan is asking, if you change photos on Moxi, is Listings to Leads included in one of the platforms that will be updated automatically with new photos?
In theory, it should, but we're still working with Listings to Leads. A lot of times photos are not getting updated, and we're not quite certain why. So if you have a specific listing that you updated in Moxi and it's not going over to the List Hub platform, shoot me the MLS number, because we've been troubleshooting that issue with Listings to Leads for a while. Any other questions?
Just where did you get that background? When we were on a call last week, Jeanette was like, Carrie's background looks so real. It looks like that's where she actually is.
Yeah, so if you guys go to CV Exchange to brand serve, this is one of the photos that's loaded up in the listing, the photos that are available to you. So Obviously, that's not my actual background, but it looks pretty cool. So that is one of the things that Zoom allows us to do. So yeah, CV Exchange and then Brand Serve, and then you'll be able to find all those stock photos that they have there, and this is one of them.
Okay, and then last question that's come in. Joe is asking, does ListHub feed Zillow? Is that one of the 900 sites that is fed through ListHub?
It does not. List Track with the brand. That is a Coldwell Banker Realogy tool called List Track. That is actually what feeds Zillow. ListHub broke with Zillow about 5 years ago and does not feed them or report their statistics. So that is fed through List Track, which is a brand product brought to us by Coldwell Banker / Realogy.
So then so just to answer what I would imagine the next question would be then is that if I do want to update Zillow photos, I would have to go directly to Zillow as an agent to do that?
Couple options there. You
Okay.
can have your ASC update them in Transaction Plan, which is the account tech tool, or you can go to your free agent hub on Zillow and upload the photos there. Couple options.
Wonderful. Well, that was the last question in the chat that I saw. So
Great.
that's it.
Well, we're at our 15-minute mark, so I appreciate everybody's time here. If you have any questions that come up offline, reach out to myself.